Today I'm launching my first ever iOS and Android app, but why? Well, here is my founder's story. I had a problem in my video creation workflow, and that problem was that I had to jump through 4 different apps to produce a video like this. It would be a floating head and someone speaking with an image in the background, and this would be seen all over my For You and Explore page. So I wanted to take this challenge head on and decided to make it a goal to create a mobile app. I looked at a lot of code and I did a lot of YouTubing.
Reading the replies, one thing became clear. Everyone's using AI to code now.
And that is no surprise at all. I was very much committed into building this framework, but some of the barriers that came along the way surprised me. Okay, building a startup is like almost just like kicking a soccer ball in the dark. So you have your goal right here, and you have yourself, which you're trying to achieve this goal, but you have 3 defenders. So you're gonna have your conscious, which is your mind, what you're capable of, what you don't know, what you do know, and you have imposter syndrome, believing that you're not capable of doing it. But last but not least, you have the noise. And most of my time is really just spent learning, which is part of how I can defend myself against these 3 defenders. Learning required me to read, listen, and consistently troubleshoot again and again and again until I was troubleshooting this thing with the Galaxy, and no way! Look at this! Oh, this is so crazy. This took so long. Yep, that took a while. We are in the end game. Right now I'm showing you the success, but realistically I failed 9 times to really get here. There were moments I felt like this app wasn't going to come true. Sometimes I would forget why I was doing all this, but this thought came to me. Tomorrow someone will open a coffee shop in a saturated market, and the fact that someone knew it was saturated and did it anyway is the solution. I think of my story as an example of a David versus Goliath story. The market will have many solutions, but it doesn't have my solution. It doesn't have my framework and how I want to solve the problem of communicating with people online in the age of social media. Which leads me to the feeling of solving a problem. This genuinely feels scary and exciting all at the same time. So here is exactly what Koda does. So this is the intro. This is the first screen of Koda Reads, the teleprompter app. This app is meant to be a handheld teleprompter, and you're gonna see why. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the pawn to create your script. So I'm gonna go right here and actually paste the script. And it's gonna ask you if Koda Reads would like to paste your notes. And you're gonna go ahead and click allow paste. For Android, it's gonna do something similar as well. And you don't have to really add a title, but I'm gonna add one here just for organization notes. I'm gonna go ahead and click that. And one of the features that I use to really maximize my productivity is that I click divide into cards. And as you can kind of see, the UI changes here and your script is divided into 2 cards. So it's like you're almost creating a speech of index cards while you're talking to the camera. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and go into next. And this is the view, by the way. I know, right? It's kind of crazy. So what we're gonna use here is we're gonna go ahead and click the voice scroll. This is gonna go ahead and activate voice activation scroll, and it's only working. It'll only work during the recording process. I'm gonna go ahead and click an image. I'm gonna click an image of me and the boys. We went out on a 5K run. This was a very fun time, and I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna then grab myself and pinch myself and put myself into the corner. And I'm just like, it doesn't look too center, so I'm gonna go ahead and just move this a little bit off to the right. Confirm, and there you go. So now you have your script here, and you have voice activation mode working on the top right corner. That's how you'll know. And we're gonna go ahead and change the text size in case we need it to be a bit bigger. But cool, we're ready to record. So what we'll do here now is, Koda is the hand-drawn teleprompter built for solo creators. Paste your script, hit record, and Koda scrolls in time. And as you can kind of see, the orange right now, that orange is a teaser of what the next index card is going to be. Just like when you're saying a public speech, that gives you time to understand what's gonna go on. So let's go ahead and keep recording. With your voice, if you stumble, redo just that segment instead of this whole take. And the reality is that we won't have a perfect take every single time. So you have to give yourself grace. I've learned this in my first year in content creation, is that you have to give yourself serious grace on just understanding how to pronounce words, how to say things, how it should flow, because that's the reality. You're gonna mess up, and you gotta be willing to give yourself grace and redo the things. I'm gonna go ahead and redo this next card, just to give you a good example. So I'm gonna go ahead and click the undo button right here. If you stumble, redo just that segment instead of the whole take. This app encourages you to redo. I know exactly what it's like. So that's gonna go ahead and take care of all of that right there. And we're gonna go ahead and click finish, because now we are in the preview mode of the teleprompter experience. And this will show you the clips and everything going on. Teleprompter built for solo creators. Paste your script, hit record, and Koda scrolls in time. And I want to show you what's going on over here as well. So in case if you're like deep in a recording session, you got like 8 clips you've recorded and redone, you're able to click certain clips right here. You can just like highlight, hit redo, and it'll ask you if you want to redo clip 1, and you do that, and it'll bring you to that original recording state where you have a total of 9 seconds. You're in the first clip right here in the top right. And let's say right here you want to change and present a video. Let me go ahead and pinch myself again and bring myself to the top. You're able to incorporate video in the green screen portion as well with the teleprompter. So I'm going to bring in a video of this funny video of just an angle of a film we were trying to do it during this boys trip. So I'm going to go ahead and watch it, see if this is what I want. Since it's a 9-second clip, it's going to try to make sure it respects that boundary. And we're going to go ahead and do use clip. And now I am reacting to this video of me and the boys on this trip. Right now it's kind of silent, but you also have the option to pause, unmute, and listen to the audio as if you were reacting. I'll let that go, keep going. I'm gonna go ahead and click back, and I'm just gonna play free roam, you know? I'm just gonna keep recording, let the things keep going. And every time, let's say you have a 9-second clip, you're able to just redo that 9-second clip however many times you want. So you're able to choose any images, it'll respect its boundaries, and you're able to just like take care of that. As you can kind of tell, we have a couple of clips going on here. And what you're able to do is you can click save. If you stumble, redo just that segment instead of the whole time. Once you click save, it'll save in your camera roll. And if you use Created by Koda, we will then track and see how this video is doing and seeing how we can help support creators who want to be communicators online to really spread the message and just understand that this is a teleprompter meant to help create, communicate, and so on. This app is available in both iOS and soon on Android. I'll be documenting my journey with Koda as I continue to evolve it, so thank you so much for watching.